Welcome. I'm Martin Sullivan. I am the principal of Solihull Sixth Form College, and I hope that you have had a good evening at our online open evening. So normally we would have preferred to have this in person. I think it's you would have got to see the rich resources we have, the wonderful buildings, and actually see our teachers and our students and have a good talk with them. I hope that we've managed to give you a flavour of what the college is like and some of the subjects that you may be able to study. As with the other presentations, if you have any questions, then please put them in the question and answer section, and we'll answer them either as we're going along or at the end of the talk when I will actually do a question. So I'm going to talk for about 10 minutes about it. Obviously, what we have at the college and in anyone, you have a principal's talk. And we will sit here and I'll give you 6 good reasons why you should come to Solihull Sixth Form College. However, what I would ask you is to have a chat with our teachers or even better, our students. You may know people who have already been to the college or are at the college and actually talk to the students who have been there. So if you know people, please do talk to them. I'm incredibly proud of every single one of my students and the staff, and I know that they all have a good time while they're at college. Once we have finished the round of interviews and such like, you'll be invited to Welcome to College Day as students, and there you can have first one is an online one again, where we go through the subjects and have a bit of a lesson online, and I look around, and then the following day we'll be doing talks and tours, so you can come in, have a look around the college and see what our students and staff are really like. So that's what's happening at the moment. What we'll then be moving on to is actually the reasons. The reasons why I think it is good is the college is the best place for your son or daughter, is the college culture, is its curriculum, is its enrichment, how we actually keep the big college small, and how academic coaching allows your son or daughter to thrive, the results and the destinations. So those are the main reasons why I think that we stand out from our other options that you may have. So the college culture is about aspire, invest, and respect. We aspire to be outstanding academically, professionally, and personally. We aspire to get the best out of all of our students, and we expect everybody who's on site to do their best at what they can do. And we are great at getting students the best grades that they are possible so that they can go to the next steps, whether that be university or whether that is apprenticeships or high level apprenticeships or whatever. So we are really, really good at getting students from being school children and going on that transition into young adults when they're with us and ready for the world of work or ready for university. And that transition is what we specialise in, and we aspire for all of our students to do incredibly well, and they do. And year after year, they go to university in great numbers and they get those top higher apprenticeships in the centre of Birmingham or elsewhere. We know that has to be done with a load of investment. That investment goes both ways. It's both for ourselves as we invest in our facilities and our teachers and in everything we do, but also we recognise and that all students will need to invest. We expect them to be doing about 15 hours a week outside of classrooms. And if you hear anybody saying that A-levels or BTECs don't require that amount of works, then they're lulling you into a false sense of security. We need you to be doing that 15 hours of work. We tell you what you need to be doing. We will instruct you on how you can structure your week to accommodate that 15 hours. And it's by putting that amount of work in that you will get those best grades and that you will get to the place where you're wanting to go. One of the other great things about the college is our diversity and how we respect each other, whether that's different religions, different ethnicity, sexuality, gender, neurodiversities or disabilities. All are welcome, and we welcome across all, celebrate across all of our different students, and we really love that huge diversity where it mirrors that the wonderful myriad of people that are part of Birmingham, and it is something that equips the students who come to the college for the modern day Britain. It means that they're used to dealing in this multicultural, multi-religion setting, and it has great opportunities for them to understand what life is really like in modern Britain. We are also part of a larger trust, the Summit Learning Academy Trust, which has got 3 secondary schools as well as ourselves and 4 primary schools. We are a large trust with over 8,000 students, and what that means is that we can bring more resources into the college than you would expect. So there's even more resources from our students than you would be able to get in other colleges or schools. And this means that we can actually invest further in all of our wonderful facilities and invest in or in our students to make sure that they are as successful as they can be. It also means that we can actually learn from our secondary schools about their teaching methods and what they've been doing, but also about the GCSE syllabi that have been taught. So therefore, we've got a good understanding of where you are coming from as a recent student in a secondary school. So it is really important that we are part of this larger trust as well. One of the things, as I said, is our curriculum. Our advanced level courses are for professional careers and university entrance. We only do level 3 courses here. We have no GCSE equivalents or below. So everybody here is on that track to either university or to professional careers or to higher level apprenticeships. So we have choices of 3 or 4 A levels as a program of study, or maybe you're mixing those A levels with national diplomas with 1 A level, or a 3 A level equivalent BTEC diploma or a cash diploma. These are the options that you would have, and all of them are really good options. 3 to 4 A levels are well known, and it's if you don't really know where you're wanting to go to, then it is a great option for you to choose so that you can go to a wide range of universities and university courses afterwards or into employment. BTEC national diplomas, mixing in with that, give you an idea about how the applied courses would work, and is really good to get some more unusual courses like criminology and such like. Or you can actually go for a triple award diploma, which is really good if you know where you're wanting to go. So the cash diploma in childcare is a really good way of making sure that you've got all the knowledge that you need to in order to go to nursery nursing. The extended diploma in science has been used to get into pharmacy and other top courses. And last year, our extended diploma students in art, one of them got it into architecture. So there are lots of opportunities from the BTECs which open up just as you do within the A levels. It's just giving you a different flavour, and everything is centred around a single subject. So our courses we've got a wide range of courses, as you can see. Most of these are A levels. The ones that are in pink are the diploma courses. So the diploma courses are in science, criminology, health and social care, and information technology. There is a huge range. I won't bother reading them all, but you can see that we have these subjects. What's more is that you can take any of these subjects in any order. So therefore, you're not limited by saying, well, if you take biology, then you suddenly can't take German. We actually make sure that we can actually offer any combination of these A levels or single award subjects. The ones which are sitting alongside that, a bit more bigger than those, are the 2 A level equivalents in national diplomas. So we have 2 A-level equivalents in applied science, business, creative digital media, and health and social care. And this means that you can do these alongside 1 A-level, and that's a really good opportunity for you to really explore a particular aspect like business or creative media and still have an A-level alongside it, which will allow you to get into those really great jobs or into the university. And of course, we still have those 3 A-level equivalent BTEC courses in applied science, art, business, health and social care, IT, sport, and childcare. And those, if you know that what you're wanting to do and you're wanting, say, to go into biomedical science or something along those lines, then these are really good courses to give you a thorough grounding in that subject and allow you to thrive when you're at university. If you're taking something like applied sciences, the people who do the BTEC in applied sciences are more successful in the first couple of years than the A-level students, and that's partly because they're used to how universities work, which is a lot less about exams and much more about coursework, and also that they actually have that transition because they will have done more of that work compared to their A-level counterparts. Our entry requirements for a 3 A-level program or a BTEC program are to have 2 6s at GCSEs and 3 further grade 4s at GCSEs, and you must have both GCSE English and maths. If you don't quite make English or maths and you get a grade 3 in one of those, then you maybe get considered for the BTEC extended diploma course, which is equivalent to 3 A-levels, but you can't do an A-level because there are no A-levels that do not require a good knowledge of both English and maths. Other qualifications other than GCSEs count towards entry for the BTEC courses, but not for A-levels. It must be, those 5 grades must come from GCSEs for the A-levels because we're wanting to match those exam skills with A-levels where you'll be mainly doing exams at the end. For the 4 A-level program, you must have at least 5 grade 7s at GCSE, and you must have a grade 6 in both GCSE English and maths. And if you're picking maths and further maths together, then you must have a grade 7 in GCSE maths. There are also a myriad of other entry requirements for particular courses, so please look at the course listing on our website so that we actually can make sure that you can do it with the GCSE background you have. So make sure that you are looking at our website for the additional qualifications that you need. For instance, for the sciences, you obviously need a grade 6 in science, and for arts, you must have taken a GCSE in art and have been successful at it. Enrichment is important. This is our part where we start to move away from the academic and actually make sure that you can actually not just get the interview in the job, but can get the job or get that success place in the university. This is what makes your interviews successful, because it's not everybody sits there with, say, 3 A-levels in at grade Bs, and what they're trying to do is work out which one is best. And it's our enrichments which do that. And we sort of link them into 3 main categories. Those that broaden your knowledge through extracurricular activities and sports and things which are not related to your subject. And then we have those that deepen your knowledge in a particular area, the specialist academies for each of the subject areas like CSI for criminology, or the or go into a specific vocation like the pre-medical school and such like. And also the extended project qualification also sits in this. The extended project qualification is one of the best qualifications to take alongside a 3 A-level program, because it takes the opportunity for you to learn the skills which are similar to some of the BTEC. So it is a bit of coursework, a large project, which can be an artifact of any type, and you explore and research in your chosen subject area. My son did a very successful project on mercury because he was interested in going on and being a chemist, and he is studying at Manchester at this moment in time. And his project was on Mercury and whether it was beneficial to the world, or whether the problems of its environmental and impacts were not relevant and would cause us problems. When he went to Manchester and had his interview, he could talk at length about Mercury and all of its aspects, and he therefore was very successful in that interview. And not only did he get a place in Manchester, but he had a reduced offer because of how much that admissions tutor thought of him and his knowledge of a particular area. We also have trips and visits and additional activities which are there just to excite people. So typically, and a great one is the Gambia trip. So we go to the Gambia most years. It's been a bit difficult while we've been in COVID, so hopefully we'll get it off not next year but the year after. And this is a school that we've been building up. We pay for a teacher out there, and it is something that both the students and the staff out there really enjoy, and it changes people's lives as they have a chance to actually see what impact raising money and charity can have on the lives of hundreds and hundreds of people out there. So we have enrichments which stretch and challenge. We have a whole range of them. And if you've got some questions about any of these, then if you go on the website, then you'll see links to what students have done with them and what they are. So please do have a look at those prior to your interview if you're wanting to think about talking about these and looking at these for your futures. What makes the big college small is our academic coaching. So each student will be given an academic coach, and they only do our coaching. They are not teachers, so they can give that individualized support, so that point of contact if you've got worries or whatever, because we are a big college, but actually the coach is somebody who is there just for you. They do a coaching program which covers both legislative things, but also how to apply for things like UCAS and for jobs, and also how you can actually thrive after you've been at a university. Again, this is a way of us making sure that the transition that you're going to be making from school child to young adult while you're with us, and then an adult either at university or in employment, is something which the academic coaching focuses on. They also will monitor and target, set yourselves, and will communicate and are the source of the communication with yourselves either via email or our MIS system called Arbor. This all is centered around the students and the person who's here, but obviously the academic coach is also that link with the parents. So if you've got any worries or concerns, or if we have any worries or concerns, then you will be involved in making sure that we're getting the best for your child. Obviously, that's all very well, but we need to be successful. In 2021, we had over 1,000 starred grades at A-level, cash, the extended project qualification, and at BTECs. We had a 99.7% success rate and 100% pass rate at BTECs. You can see the statistics, they're all very good. You talk to ourselves, you will see just how well we get on, but our successes and our results are actually only a stepping stone, and it is really our destinations where we are really proud of. Obviously, we're proud of the results because you have to have those in order to be able to go to university or to get the job. But actually, when you look at our successes of our students go to university. Our 91% acceptance rate is about 5 to 6% higher than the national averages. And for those people from disadvantaged backgrounds, that is an even bigger difference. It's around about 10% above national figures. Lots of our students go on to competitive courses in universities, Russell Group and such like, Oxbridge, and also medicine and dentistry. Most of our students are now gaining unconditional offers, and that is a trend that is increasing. They gain an unconditional offer. They may choose on not to take it. Some of our students are still wanting to get to Oxbridge, and even if they get an unconditional offer for another Russell Group university, they may still choose to go to Oxbridge and therefore reject the unconditional offer. We have an increasing range of training and apprenticeship places, some which are in Birmingham and others which are in London. As they gain those places, some of them in Canary Wharf and various other places that we've had in the past. And overall, our employability program, which is much broader than just careers talks and such like, ensures that our students get into great destinations. So we have a 98% positive destinations, which is one of the highest in the area. So we are really proud of where our students go off to and what they do. So what next is that you need to apply online by the 31st of March 2022, so we can then so we then can actually process you. You will then get an interview, and then after your interview, you'll be given the opportunity to come in to see us on the Welcome to College Day, and then induction will be in late August, early September. So I do look forward to seeing you in person when you come in to your interviews or in the Welcome to College Days. And I will stop talking now, and I will think that there should be some questions. So I'll turn off my presentation and answer some questions.
Okay, Martin, thank you very much. We have had quite a few questions. Myself and Vice Principal Jamie Stadden have been answering a lot of them on the Q&A as we've been going along, but there are a few that I will ask you to answer as well, Martin. So first of all, can you explain what a conditional offer is?
A conditional offer is an offer that is that requires you to do something or requires you to achieve something. Mostly it is a conditional offer because you will not have set your GCSEs yet, and so therefore we will be wanting to make sure that you get your 2 6s and your 3 4s in your GCSEs. Sometimes it can be also because we haven't had a reference from your school, so we obviously require a good reference from your school, and it may be that there is that you haven't quite we haven't quite had one back in yet, so it can be conditional on a number of things. Most normally it's because you obviously haven't taken your GCSEs.
And do we make any offers that are unconditional offers? We
do make unconditional offers, but they're usually for 17-year-olds who have already taken their GCSEs, so we take it on those ones.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much for that. Perhaps you could talk students through what happens if they don't meet entry requirements for the subjects they've chosen.
Okay, so if they don't meet the entry requirements, the first thing you need to do on that day is to contact ourselves, because obviously you would be at school at that time. Some of the schools we may have a presence and we may be able to talk you through. Other ones you just ring our admissions department and they'll talk it through in specifics. If you have missed out on the grades for a particular course, say that you don't have your 6s in your sciences and maths, and you're wanting to do A-level sciences, then there may be other options available to you, like the BTEC Applied Science course. So there are usually options for you to take if you have got the basic entry requirements of 3 grade 4s and 2 grade 6s, including English and maths. And as I said, if you have missed out on your GCSE English and maths, we then can look to see whether your profile is good enough to actually do one of the triple award BTECs.
Brilliant, thank you for that, Martin. And we've got a question here about the merits of going to university as opposed to doing an apprenticeship, and whether or not one would give you a higher salary than another.
I think that's always a good one. It depends on what you mean by an apprenticeship. I am always reminded by my friend who is a electrician, a well-qualified electrician, and does good work, that he is on £75,000. So you have to think, well, what do you mean by being successful? In terms of the types of courses that you could do, obviously university is great and gives you a wide range of opportunities afterwards, and usually the managerial positions and such like are all taken up by graduates. And then you have the apprentices who have not got all the debt of the university and who have got a skill or a vocation and are really successful in that. And then you get the really lucky ones who get a higher apprenticeship, and these are increasingly out there in areas like accounting, law and such like, where you not only have the advantage of an apprenticeship, but you also get a degree at the same time, and the employer pays for you to do that degree. So one of the examples would be if you got into an apprenticeship in one of the big accountancy firms, they would not only pay your wage, they would also sponsor you for 4 or 5 years to do a part-time degree in business and accounting. And then at the end of it, you don't have any student debt. You've earned money all the way through it, and you are already got that exclusive experience. So at that point, you are much higher than either of the other two. So there are lots of options out there, and there are good reasons to take any of them.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Martin. I think all the other questions that we've received thus far have been answered through the Q&A. I'm just going to give a minute for any last minute questions to be typed in that I can address to Martin. But I think you've either answered them all, or we have gone through and answered them in the text. So if you do have any last minute questions, now's the time to pop it in the Q&A so that we can direct that to Martin. Otherwise, we will shortly be bringing this presentation to a conclusion. I hope you have found it useful. We will be putting recordings up of the sessions on the college website in the next few days. So if there are any you missed, you can come back onto the website, be the same page you went on today, in order to access any sessions that you missed. We do have one last question, Martin, and it is, what is the average class size?
The average class size sits just under 20 at the moment, or around 20. That's a great size for you to be in, because that way you can actually challenge. If you're one of the best, then you've got people around you who you can challenge you, and also it means that there's the teamwork and the group work has actually got meaning. So 20 is what we have, and I think it's one of the most comfortable ones. It's smaller than your GCSE school sizes, but it's not so small that actually you can't really do group work and such like.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to just go with one last question now, and that is about mock grades. I'm assuming this person is talking about mock GCSE grades. How important are those grades, and what if they're lower than we need?
Okay, so obviously mock grades are important. This would be one of the first times that you will have done an exam in real circumstances in an exam hall. So I would treat them seriously. Make sure you get the best grades possible. If you don't quite get the grades in the mocks, then still apply. We will be making a note that you don't seem to be on track to get into the college or whatever, or into the course that you want to, but actually we will still make you an offer conditional on you getting it, because we recognise that you're only in January now. Exams are in June, so you've got 5 months to improve, and hopefully therefore you would be able to go up that grade or two in order to be successful. So we would make an offer, but it wouldn't change the fact that you would have to achieve them in June.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Martin. That is all we've got time for this evening. Thank you so much to everyone who has attended. Thank you, Martin, for that presentation and for answering those questions. As I said, please do have a look back on the website in the next couple of days for any sessions you may have missed, and do get in touch if you have any further questions. Either give the college a call, send us an email. If it's related to the admissions office, the admissions email is admissions@solihullsfc.ac.uk. and you can contact us on social media as well. Have a good evening. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you very much, and have a good time, and I hope to see you soon.